Hi, I'm Andrew Trigg from PSTC, and your 2-minute training starts right now. One of the classes that I'm incredibly passionate about is domestic violence. If you've been in any of my other classes, I've always made some sort of a thread or a reference to domestic violence courses. You know, far too often we train our employees or we train ourselves in customer service and active shooter and school violence and being nice to each other, but rarely ever do we talk about one of the leading causes of injuries and deaths to Americans across the entire country. Domestic violence. Now, it's not just the physical violence that we all think about, where somebody gets hit, somebody gets slapped, somebody gets punched. Have you ever been aware that domestic violence comes in many different forms, such as economic abuse? A lot of times these suspects are holding money back from the victims so that they can't go out and have fun, so that they can't make new friends, so they can't hang out with different people. And when they do give them money, hey, honey, sweetheart, babe, here's $20. It's for you and for the kids. By the way, it's for the food all week long. Who is that person going to spend the $20 on? Certainly not themselves. That is one form of domestic violence that we don't talk about nearly enough, as well as emotional abuse. Hiding them, keeping them away from their friends and family. I am very close with my sister. I couldn't imagine a day going by that I didn't text her, communicate with her, talk to her, or anything like that. The emotional abuse that these suspects play upon the victims is almost as bad as a physical abuse. Now, speaking of physical abuse, we have a couple others before we get there. Verbal and sexual abuse. I would certainly encourage you to look at your state statutes about sexual abuse in a domestic relationship, because not always is it something that both parties want to be involved in. And then, quite frankly, the one that we know the best, the one that we hear about all the time, the one that we get a call about most often is the physical violence. By the time physical violence has taken place, domestic violence has been going on in that household for quite some time. They've been through the cycle of domestic violence. There's been other instances of physical abuse. It's important for us to know that this is our role. This is our time to get in there and help this victim become a survivor. Domestic violence is something that we all need to learn and focus on. That's your 2-minute training for today. See you next time.